Hello everyone, welcome to my Chanel Y&R official 24 updates.
Victor is taught the meaning of Christmas.
Christmas Eve brought love, family, and hope to the Newman and Abbott families. At Victoria's, Billy leads Johnny off to bed and she sits down with her mom.
They talk about how Victor wants nothing to do with them. She feels the same about him. Billy Victoria with mom. Nick shows up.
He knows his mom just wants the family together, so he will put his issues with Billy aside.
Nick Victoria Nikki. Nikki thanks him for that. He just made her Christmas. She wishes his father could see things the way he does. Nikki wishes Victor understood.
In his office at Newman, Victor sits alone and thinks of tells his kids he has no reason to marry.
Victor upset alone.
He was furious that Victoria married against his wishes and she called him Scrooge. After he flashes back to refusing a gift from Abby, Nikki shows up. Abby rejected.
He asks if she's stalking him.
She reminds him it's Christmas and she wants him to see the children.
He doesn't give a damn and orders her to let him be. Nikki asks Vic to see children.
At the ranch, Victor tells the maid that he will be working from home and expects the staff to work as usual.
Victor maid.
As he drinks, a 24-hour marathon of A Christmas Carol plays.
The power goes out momentary.
Everything turns black and white.
Victor dream.
His father suddenly appears on the TV and tells him he's not the fragment of an underdone potato. Victor orders him to get out, but he explains he's been forced to wander the earth.
He warns that he will end up just like him. He reminds him that he claimed that wealth meant nothing without family.
Yet, he has turned his back on his children, just as he did.
Victor dad dream. Victor says it was their fault.
Cursing him, Victor complains that he ruined his life. His father says that 3 spirits will visit him and he should heed their warnings. Victor yells at TV. Victor bellows that he doesn't care about any spirits and crawls up to bed. He wakes up at 1 a.m. and assumes it was all a dream.
Victor wakes up.
A light starts glowing in the doorway.
Light door. A vision of hope appears.
She asks him to take her hand.
Vision of hope.
They visit the Christmas Eve when her mother brought him to the orphanage.
He called for her to come back, but he was left there. He cried himself to sleep every night. His mother never came back. Victor orphan.
One day he realized he was alone and he would have to fight to get out.
He ran away and never looked back. Victor Hope watch him run.
Hope reminds him he changed his name and was determined that everyone would remember his new one.
He achieved so much and found the love of his life. Hope Victor talk Nikki.
Victor insists Nikki is not the love of his life and betrayed him many times. Hope reminds him of all Nikki has given him, like reuniting him with his mother.
Victor Hope go to orphanage. He doesn't want to remember, but Hope forces him to recall when he had to say goodbye to her. Victor mom die. They said a prayer in tears as she died.
Back in his room alone, Victor weeps.
Victor weep.
He sleeps until a vision of Sabrina wakes him.
She tells him there is no time to be sad. Vision of Sabrina. He guesses she's there to show him the present.
They go to the Abbott house, where he watches Ashley and Tucker making out.
This is unreal, he grumbles. Sabrina Victor see Ashley. CBS.
Tracy talks about how sad it is for Victor to be working alone. Diane arrives and announces she has a job with Victor and is making her work for the holidays.
Diane Jack Kyle.
Victor guesses his Scrooge in this little pageant. Next, they go to Victoria's, where the family have all gathered.
The children wonder where their grandpa is. Billy Victoria old smiley. Victoria says that he dad don't care about the family.
Abby wishes her dad was there. Old smiley, really, jokes Billy.
Billy Victoria old smiley.
Nikki is just happy they are all together. They have everything and Victor has nothing, so they should wish him good health. They grudgingly toast to him.
Nikki wishes Victor well.
Before Sabrina can go, she shows him the symbols of ignorance and want.
She knows he's not ignorant, but he can't see beyond his point of view.
As long as that's the case, he's doomed. The next ghost appears.
Victor says he's sick and tired of this. He assumes they are there to show him his bleak future.
Ghost future. They go to the Abbott house and he sees that Victoria has joined Newman and Jabbo and Nikki has married Jack.
Future Jack Nikki kiss. CBS.
Next, he sees that Victoria and Billy have had another child and she's grateful she'll never know Victor existed.
Future Victoria family.
They watch an interview with Abby talking about her memoir and the latest season of her TV show. Future Abby TV. At Newman, Victor sees Nick ignoring his own son for the sake of work.
Future Nick working. Victor wonders what could have happened to make Nick like this.
They watch Sharon bring flowers to Adam's grave.
He was murdered years ago and she still doesn't know how to face it. Future Sharon grave. Victor demands that the ghost take him home.
They return to Victor's room and he finds himself dead in bed. He wonders why no one has found him. Dead Victor in bed. They go to the funeral. He was dead for a week before anyone found him. Victor's funeral. Abby says it's creepy there. The kids all leave for work. Victoria says it didn't have to be like this. Victor at funeral. Looking at the ghost, Victor realizes they are Colleen and he has her heart. He promises that he hasn't done wrong with her heart. He knows how this story ends. Victor knows how this ends. Victor wakes up on Christmas morning. Victor wakes up Orbs. Victor goes downstairs and stuns the maid by giving her a bonus. He hands her bonuses for the rest of the staff and asks her to give them the day off. Maid bonus. Victor shows up at the Abbotts and shocks them by congratulating Tucker and Ashley. Victor Tucker Ashley. He also gives Diane the day off before heading over to Victoria's with gifts for all the grandchildren. Victor on Victoria porch. That makes Nikki and Nick smile. He hugs Abby as Billy reads a Christmas carol to the kids. Billy Victoria read kids. On the porch, he wishes Nikki Merry Christmas. Victor then. Victor goes home and gives his dog, Zapato, a bone. Victor Newman stands by the fireplace, holding a glass of whiskey. He stares at the tree, unimpressed. Victor. All this fuss, lights, ornaments, meaningless traditions. He takes a sip, unimpressed. Victor. Christmas doesn't win wars. It doesn't protect family. It doesn't keep enemies at bay. Victor's phone buzzes. He checks it, scowls. Victor. Jack Abbott sends his regards. HMPH. He pockets the phone, irritation simmering. Nikki Newman enters, bundled in a festive coat, holding shopping bags. Nikki. Victor. I ran into Faith and Claire at Crimson Lights. They are bringing gifts for the shelter. Victor. Charity is a luxury, Nikki. Not a necessity. Nikki stops short, hurt. Nikki. It's Christmas Eve. Victor. It's just another day. Nikki sighs, knowing that tone all too well. Nikki. It doesn't have to be. Victor turns away.
The cafe is buzzing with warmth and holiday cheer. Sharon arranges donation boxes. Nick Newman enters with hot chocolates. Nick. Place is packed. Guess miracles still sell around here. Sharon. Hope does. Nick watches Sharon, thoughtful. Nick. Dad still refusing to come? Sharon. Victor doesn't like anything he can't control. Nick nods grimly. Victor sits behind his desk, reviewing documents. Victoria enters. Victoria. You missed the family call. Victor. I was busy. Victoria. You're always busy. She hesitates. Victoria. Clay asked if Grandpa would read a Christmas carol like he used to. Victor freezes, just briefly. Victor. That was a long time ago. Victoria. She remembers. Victor dismisses her with a wave. Victor. Sentimentality weakens judgment. Victoria studies him, disappointed. The Abbotts gather around a lively fire. Jack raises a glass. Jack. To family, forgiveness, and surprising ourselves. Diane. Even on Christmas. Kyle leans in. Kyle. You think Victor's heart grew 3 sizes yet? Jack chuckles. Jack. Victor Newman doesn't do miracles. But something thoughtful crosses Jack's face. Victor stands alone again. Snow falls outside. Suddenly, the lights flicker. Victor. What the hell? The room grows colder. The fire dims. A voice echoes softly. Voice. Victor Newman. Victor stiffens. Victor. Show yourself. A figure emerges, clad in shadow and light. Spirit. I am the ghost of Christmas past. Victor. I don't believe in ghosts. Spirit. You believe in power. Fear. Control. The room shifts. Young Victor reads a Christmas story to young Nick and Victoria. Nikki watches fondly. Young Victor. And Tiny Tim said, God bless us, everyone. Present-day Victor watches, shaken. Victor. I did what I had to do. Spirit. You did, until you stopped listening. Adam sits alone, staring at an empty tree. Spirit. Some wounds never heal. Victor clenches his jaw. A second figure appears, warm, glowing. Spirit of Christmas present. You still have time. Victor. Time is a currency I don't waste. Spirit. Then why are you so alone? They vanish. Victor appears, unseen, watching Nikki, Nick, Sharon, Victoria, and the kids handing out gifts. Nikki. This is what Christmas means. Victor watches, conflicted. A final figure, dark, silent. Victor. No. I don't need to see this. The figure gestures. The house is silent. No tree. No laughter. A newspaper headline reads, Victor Newman dies alone. Victor staggers back. Victor. No, this isn't how it ends. The figure fades. Victor jolts awake. The fire burns warmly. The tree glows. Victor. Nikki. He rushes out. The doors open. Victor enters. Everyone stares. Nikki. Victor? Victor. I was wrong. Silence. Victor. Christmas isn't weakness. It's strength, shared. Nikki's eyes fill with tears. Victor reads to the grandchildren. Victor. And so, as Tiny Tim observed. He pauses, voice thick. Victor. God bless us, everyone. Applause. Smiles. Warmth. Final scene, Newman Ranch, night. Victor stands beside Nikki, watching the snow fall. Nikki. Merry Christmas, Victor. Victor smiles, softly, genuinely. Victor. Merry Christmas. The camera pulls back as the tree lights glow brighter. Victor Newman stands alone, staring at the tree again. No whiskey this time. Coffee. Black. His face is thoughtful, but guarded. Victor. Under his breath. Miracles don't last. The front door opens. Nikki enters, hopeful. Nikki. You're up early. Victor. Old habits. She studies him carefully. Nikki. Last night, meant something to you. Victor. It meant I remembered who I was. Nikki smiles, until. Victor. And who I can't afford to be. Nikki's smile fades. The cafe buzzes. Sharon pours coffee. Nick sits across from Adam. Nick. Dad showed up at the shelter. Adam. Christmas miracle. Nick. Don't get comfortable. Adam stiffens. Adam. Why? Nick. Because miracles with Victor Newman always come with strings. Victor enters, back in command mode. Michael Baldwin follows. Michael. You were generous yesterday. Victor. Don't read too much into it. Victor sits behind his desk, throne reclaimed. Victor. I want an audit. Full exposure. Chancellor Winters. Abbott Chancellor. Everyone. Michael. That's aggressive. Victor. That's me. Michael hesitates. Michael. What about your promise? Victor's eyes harden. Victor. I promised reflection. Not surrender. Jack sips coffee when Kyle bursts in with his tablet. Kyle. Victor Newman just launched a hostile audit. Jack exhales slowly. Jack. So the ghost of Christmas past clocked out. Diane. Maybe it's just business. Jack. With Victor? Business is personal. Devon, Lily, and Billy review documents. Lily. Victor's fingerprints are all over this. Devon. After yesterday? That's cold. Billy. That's Newman. Billy leans back, angry. Billy. You don't get to play Santa Claus and the Grinch in the same week. Victor reviews reports. Victoria enters, furious. Victoria. What are you doing? Victor. Protecting this family. Victoria. By blowing up everyone else's? Victor stands. Victor. The world doesn't pause because it's December 26th. Victoria. You changed. I saw it. Victor. You saw what you wanted to see. That stings. Sharon sits with Nikki. Sharon. He scared you, didn't he? Nikki. No. He reminded me. Sharon. That people don't transform overnight. Nikki sighs. Nikki. I don't need him perfect. I just needed him present. Adam confronts Victor. Adam. So that's it? Victor. What is? Adam. Christmas was a performance. Victor steps closer. Victor. Watch your tone. Adam. I spent years thinking I wasn't worth your love. Yesterday. I thought maybe I was wrong. Beat. Victor. You were wrong about many things. Adam swallows hard. Scene 9. Adam's apartment, Night. Adam stares at the tree he never took down. He picks up an ornament, a Newman crest. Adam. Never again. He drops it into the trash. Awkward silence. Victor, Nikki, Victoria, Nick, Adam. Nick. So, anyone want dessert? No one laughs. Victor. I didn't bring you together for pleasantries. Victor. I want loyalty. Adam. You want obedience. Victoria. Dad. Victor. This family survives because I make hard choices. Nick. And we pay the price. Victor looks at Nick, genuinely shaken. Nikki corners Victor. Nikki. You don't see it, do you? Victor. See what? Nikki. The miracle wasn't about power. Victor softens, just a crack. Nikki. It was about mercy. Victor looks away. Jack receives a call. Jack. Victor Newman. I was wondering how long the goodwill would last. He listens, then chuckles. Jack. Oh Victor, you really did learn something this Christmas. He hangs up, thoughtful. Victor sits alone. The tree lights flicker, briefly. For a moment, he thinks he sees something. Victor. Not again. Silence. Victor exhales, conflicted. Nikki volunteers alone. Victor appears at the door, hesitant. Nikki. You came back. Victor. I didn't say I was finished learning. They share a quiet moment. Victor watches the sunrise. His phone buzzes, a message from Adam. I won't be collateral anymore. Victor closes his eyes, realizing the cost. Victor. Every miracle has a price. The camera pulls back as the sun rises over the Newman ranch. Adam Newman stands at the window, the city lights blinking like distant threats. His phone rests on the table. The sent message to Victor still glows faintly in his mind. I won't be collateral anymore. Adam exhales slowly. Calm. Controlled. Dangerous. Adam. No more waiting for permission. He picks up his phone and dials. Adam. It's time. Yes. All of it. If we're doing this, we're doing it clean. He ends the call. A beat. Adam turns toward the door, resolved. Victor Newman reviews reports. Laser-focused. Michael Baldwin stands nearby. Michael. Adam's lawyers just filed papers. Victor doesn't look up. Victor. On what? Michael. Intellectual property. Shell companies. A hostile countermove. Victor finally looks up. Victor. So, my son wants a fight. Nick and Sharon sit together. The mood is uneasy. Nick. Adam just cut all ties with Newman Enterprises. Sharon. That's not impulsive. Nick. No. That's war planning. Sharon looks concerned. Sharon. Victor pushed him too far. Nick. Dad doesn't believe in too far. Victor, Victoria, and Michael sit at the long table. Victoria. Adam is positioning himself as a competitor. Victor. Let him. Victoria. He's not bluffing. Victor stands. Victor. Neither am I. He turns to Michael. Victor. I want leverage. Every weakness. Every mistake he's ever made. Michael. Victor, he's your son. Victor's jaw tightens. Victor. That didn't stop him. Adam meets with a shadowy business contact. Contact. You understand what this costs. Adam. I've been paying the price my entire life. Contact. Once this starts. Adam. It doesn't stop. They shake hands. Nikki enters, finding Victor staring at the fireplace. Nikki. You knew this would happen. Victor. Adam chose this path. Nikki. You paved it. Victor turns sharply. Victor. I gave him everything. Nikki. You gave him power tests. Not love. Victor bristles, but says nothing. Nick corners Adam. Nick. What are you doing? Adam. Protecting myself. Nick. By destroying Dad? Adam. By surviving him. Nick studies him. Nick. This ends badly. Adam. It already did. Beat. I'm just finishing it. Jack listens to a call. His expression darkens. Jack. Adam Newman, interesting. Victor finally met an enemy who knows him. Diane watches, wary. Diane. Stay out of it. Jack. Too late. Victor works late. Alone. The lights flicker, subtle. Victor stiffens. Victor. This isn't funny. Nothing happens. Victor exhales, unsettled. Adam stares at an old photo, him as a child, standing apart from the Newman family. He deletes it. Adam. No more ghosts. Victor, Nikki, Nick, Victoria. Victor. Adam is no longer under my protection. Nick explodes. Nick. You just declared war on your own son. Victor. He did that first. Nikki. Victor, stop. Victor's voice hardens. Victor. Anyone who sides with him sides against me. Silence. Shock. Flashbulbs explode. Adam stands at a podium. Reporter. Are you declaring independence from Newman Enterprises? Adam. I'm declaring freedom. Another reporter shouts. Reporter number 2. From your father? Adam meets the camera. Adam. From Victor Newman. The press conference plays on TV. Nikki watches, devastated. Nikki. You did this. Victor watches Adam on screen, equal parts fury and pride. Victor. He finally stopped asking. Adam stands alone, city lights behind him. His phone buzzes, a text from Victor. You're making a mistake. Adam types. Sends. No. I'm making history. Adam looks up, resolute. Adam. The war starts now.